everybody. It's another episode of SHIID Talking with your host Hector and this guy right there, Carlos. What's his?
He eventually get my name right.
He doesn't have a nickname. He said he was the eye candy, which I don't understand. How's that?
Shawn the Jedi Master.
Misa!
Well, we got Shawn, Jedi Jew.
Jedi Jew.
There we go.
Special guest, Shawn the Jedi. I call him Jedi.
So today we're going to be talking about...
I guess he's holding his lightsaber, his invisible lightsaber.
Today we're going to be talking about the season finale. Like Shawn, oh, shit. That was a quick appearance from Shawn.
That was nice.
Well, like I was saying again, we're going to be talking about the last season finale of The Mandalorian, season 2, episode 16. Great episode.
Yeah, 16. That's awesome episode, man.
So, Shawn.
I still want to see it again. That's how good it was.
Yeah, we'll do that. Make sure you start from the beginning. Because I tried to watch it, and then it started off with season 1 because one of you bastards confused my shit that it was starting at the end of the damn thing. Y'all, whenever you watch my account, rewind it back to the beginning.
Please be kind and rewind.
There you go.
It's like Blockbuster. Star Wars Blockbuster.
You know, when you log in, it says resume episode or start over.
Well, I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
That's laziness in your part.
It's very special. So please do that. That's all I say.
Yeah,
so next season, please do that. If not, someone's getting booted.
Next season.
So
when is next season going to be coming out?
Exactly a year from today.
Did they announce anything?
A year from today.
They really?
A whole fucking year.
That sucks.
That's like with any show.
You'll be watching.
But we got a lot in between, so we got something to tide us over.
Well, yeah, but we got coronavirus thing going on, so it might be even delayed.
That's not a show. That's just
the coronavirus show.
That's something different. But yeah. So, what did you think about that episode, Shawn? Because did you thought what was going to happen, or what you had in mind what was going to actually happen in this episode?
I figured there was going to be a Jedi that was going to show up, but I had no idea of. We're putting spoilers in front of this, right?
I don't care. People they will spoil everything. I just seen the episode. I say whatever I want to say.
I think we should
I'll put a disclaimer, spoiler, so don't make a difference. So.
Wants to do spoiler talk.
So. But yeah, I was not expecting the epicness that I saw. I mean, when the ship pulled in, and I was like, okay, it's an X-wing, and same thing when Cara Dune said, oh, it's one X-wing. Oh, we're saved. I was like, okay, well, what's going on? Is there more coming? I had no idea. And then I saw one regular hand, and I saw one gloved hand, and I knew immediately that it was Luke Skywalker.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a stupid question on my part. Like I said, people should know I didn't watch any of the Star Wars.
You said you did.
But is Mandalorian after everything? Or, because when that happened, I kind of knew it was Luke Skywalker because that's the only Jedi I know. I said, that has to be Luke Skywalker. But then when I saw the arm thing, I wanted to know, he got his arm cut off, didn't he?
So it takes place because they actually mentioned the second Death Star. So we know that it happens after the second Death Star exploded because they talked about it, which is something that I wanted to talk about today too. But so they haven't given a definitive time frame of when it takes place, but it definitely takes place probably shortly after the second Death Star, right after the Republic is rebuilding, basically. But no definitive time frame. And it's confusing too because Ahsoka Tano, she was introduced in the Clone Wars, which was before
cartoon, right?
Anakin became. What's that?
Wasn't it a cartoon or
yes.
a comic book?
She was introduced.
Yeah,
she was introduced
the Clone Wars
before the Star Wars that we know it. So, or the 4, 5, and 6. So, but she still looks relatively young. I don't know what their age, how they age, and stuff like that. As they get older, their tendrils are supposed to get longer. But hers are actually shorter, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. I like her character in any form or fashion, whatever, how they want to make her. Okay. But I don't know exactly how long after the second Death Star exploded.
What I found out is that timeline is 5 years after the Return of the Jedi. That's what I read.
Okay.
That's for my sources. The dude that lives down in the basement for me, the fat dude. He told me that's the timeline that happened.
Your reliable source? It's not you?
One of my sources. I had to give him a takeout of food for him to give me the answer.
You had to give him a little something.
Just some food. That's all.
So that means Boba Fett was on Tatooine, living off Sarlacc meat for 5 years. Then.
Look, I don't understand. Look, Shawn, you got all the details.
I wasn't asking you. I was just saying it.
Oh, I don't know. That's what I've read. So I don't know. I was trying to figure that out because people from the first season was trying to figure out where was the timeline at. So, but then I guess that might explain it, because he's still young. And so it might for sure it has to be right after the Return of the Jedi. But what I heard was
that's what I kept wondering.
Well,
I thought it was after all the movies and stuff.
Well, you only saw 3 movies, Carlos, and you haven't seen it in how many years?
Well, I'm saying all these movies afterwards. I thought it was after that continuation of that.
Well,
so the interesting thing about Grogu is that he was alive during the Clone Wars, like the cartoon, like back when Anakin was a little kid, because he's 50 years old. And there isn't 50 years really that spans from the beginning of Star Wars, like the Phantom Menace, to where we see it now. So he was around the entire time. And they don't mention anybody else about like his species. They showed one of his species in the Phantom Menace. Her name was Yaddle. She was on the Jedi Council. Yaddle, the Y. And she was the only one. No, Yaddle. Yaddle.
I think you're making that shit up, Shawn.
No, seriously. There were 2 Yoda-like species on the Jedi Council during the Phantom Menace. Yaddle was one of them. So, but anyways.
I'll find out when I watch the movies.
No, he's not going to watch it.
I'll watch the movies and I'll let you know.
He's not watching. No wonder you're not.
I am. I'll watch it.
Watch it in order. Watch it in order. And then when I ask him about that, he's like, well, I don't know how to watch it. When it says episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. So I think this guy
doing episodes after a while, because then it's Phantom Menace, then it's
it says episodes on the movie.
Rogue One, and then
see.
So they stopped making the episodes. They got me confused.
Well, if you watch the movies, then you understand where the timeline will fit for whatever movies.
I know, but just let me say about Rogue One. Rogue One is a call sign. It's not a number.
Yeah,
of like it's not going to be Rogue 2. But Rogue, the one part of it is the name of the like. It's not the name of the like.
It's not a lesson for him to learn about Star Wars.
Rogue 3.
We're just here about talking about the episode.
Sorry.
We'll do another episode of him trying to learn about the Star Wars, but today's about Mandalorian, not about all the Star Wars stuff. This guy's confusing the fuck out of me.
That's right, man. Let's get back on track here.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't play no damn. Background. Back. I have to delete that part. All right.
Yeah, it was a great episode, man. It got me to a point where I almost cried. I got to feel for these characters. I mean, I went for a long ride. Me starting off, I saw the first 2 seasons. I binged on it. And, man, I got attached to Mandalorian and especially Baby Yoda. How many times have I mentioned that guy? That guy stole the show every episode. And that one episode where he wasn't in it, these guys did their best. They were awesome. I got to feel for these characters, man. It was a touching moment, when this guy says goodbye to Yoda, Baby Yoda, Grogu. And it pulled on my heartstrings, man. I almost cried. I almost called Hector for, tell him, dude. But since he dragged on watching it, I couldn't count on him. So,
I was working, so I just don't understand that. How am I dragging when I'm at work? And then when I talked to him that night, I was talking to him that night. So how am I going to watch it? I didn't watch it until like 10 o'clock or something at night.
Man, you're lucky I didn't say anything. Because I keep thinking you watched it at the same time.
No, I would watch it when I have the time to watch it. And I have work, so.
All right, we'll get back on the track. So what's up?
Okay, so like I was saying, I enjoyed the episode. I know Shawn was excited. I was surprised to see Luke come out. When he fought those dark troopers, that was some badass shit. I like that fight scene when he was just going at it with them. And when he was just like going at it, and this when he put the saber right inside the guy, and this like all that. Where's the sound effects? I don't see no fucking sound effects.
I like it when you use that force and crush that one.
But I didn't know there were it seemed like there was only like 20 dark sabers or so troopers, but it seemed like he fought more than that because whenever he walked into the ship and everything, he was just fighting more and more that was coming at him. But they look. I like the way they look. Those robots. They look badass in that episode.
They look. They had that Terminator feel. I don't know, didn't they? Felt like a bunch of Terminators.
Moff Gideon said that there's a whole platoon of them in the episode, so there's quite a few. I don't know how many in a platoon,
but that sword is that was a nice sword. So
did you notice that it started to heat up?
Like it was going to burn
his
rod. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It was heating up his rod.
Hey, but what did you think of this guy's face? The CGI looked kind of off, man. Did you see it?
Well,
Disney. So Disney has it looked pretty decent. It looked nice.
I mean, when I first saw it, I was like all excited. I was like, "Oh shoot, Luke Skywalker!" Blah, blah, blah. But then I kind of rewatched it again, and the CGI wasn't. I don't know if it was just me. You're gonna have to watch it again.
Who cares
the CGI
about
didn't
that?
look like it was done.
Nobody cares about
I'm just
that.
saying, I already started with the initial shock
cool.
that it was Luke Skywalker. I was like, holy crap.
I'd rather have that than
rewatch that part.
And R2D2.
That didn't look like that didn't look like R2D2. That was a stunt double. I don't think that was a
version.
But you know what, Sean? I have a beef with you, Sean. You made me believe that the guy that was in the Boba Fett TV show, on this episode, was the Boba Fett from the 80s. That's not the same Boba Fett, and he just died the other day. What you have to say about that?
I never said that. What are you talking about? Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about because you said that was the original Boba Fett.
No, I said it was. I said it was Tamara Morrison who played Jango Fett, who was the guy who created. They used him as the genetic code to create all of the stormtroopers, and Boba Fett is his son.
I'm talking about the actor.
Genetic clone of him.
I'm talking about the actors.
Jerry Bullock isn't. No, he died, and he's too old, and he was not. I never said anything about that.
That's what I was talking about.
You said, "Oh, that's not him." That's
no,
not
but
him.
what I was talking about is the actor, not the about the movie. I'm talking about the actor that was playing Boba Fett.
I never said anything about.
I accept your apologies, Sean. So that's okay.
That's fine. The last time he was Boba Fett was in Return of the Jedi. That was the last time. It's been somebody else playing him. Like when they redid Star Wars, because he wasn't originally in Star Wars. They put him in during the special edition. It was somebody else that played him. So
I heard that he actually played like a general too in another movie for Star Wars. The guy who played Boba Fett, the one that passed away. So kind of cool, but sad that he passed away this past week. 75 years old. So
74.
Look, Sean, don't get sassy with me.
I didn't say anything.
Who said that?
Well, there's only one person, is me.
Well, I just want to make sure because I heard 75.
He said it.
You're lucky both of y'all are too far from me because I'll smack the shit out of either one of y'all. But Sean, you're a bit closer.
Why you keep talking? I'm gonna verify that because I know I saw 74.
Well, it doesn't make a difference. Like, a few months or a year.
He's dead. It doesn't matter now. He's dead.
So, Sean, what do you think about that Disney didn't mention about the book of Boba Fett? You think there's going to be a TV show coming out?
There is.
Before you answer that question, my think is it'll be now. What I was reading about is that it could be a continuous of the Mandalorian, which I doubt it might be because they still have to finish the story. But I know I was right. It'll be weird that you have two episodes or two series playing at the same time. Not if someone starts sooner. Yeah, I know. But I'm thinking like they might have a separate TV show.
They are.
But that's supposed to be, they said what?
I wonder if Mandalorian would be in it.
Well, Tamara Morrison said that he doesn't know if he wants to play
2021.
He doesn't know if he wants to play Boba Fett anymore, which she was alluding to the fact that there will have a television show, and it is called The Book of Boba Fett. It's completely separate from Mandalorian.
Well, I know that, but like this having two shows at the same time, like so, you think they're both going to be debuting on the same month?
I
That's
have no idea what they're
well,
going to
you
do
better
with
call
that.
Walt Disney and find out, Sean. Don't you?
But he's
Aren't you?
dead.
They probably do it. They probably do it
Walt
after the
Disney's
season.
dead.
Oh,
And it
well.
would be Kathleen Kennedy, and she doesn't know shit.
Well, I think that might be another show. That'd be interesting to find out, but we still got
There's a
a whole
bunch
year.
of
She knows less than
They're
me.
gonna have a Ahsoka Tano show. They're gonna have the Boba Fett show. They're supposed to have a Rogue Squadron, which is gonna be directed by Patty Jenkins, the girl who does the Wonder Woman movies.
Wonder
There's
Woman
all
movie.
kinds of stuff.
Well, yeah, but they won't be out for like another year or so, like at least
Probably.
2022.
Probably.
They
Rogue
still,
Squadron, I think, is 2023.
and then what was some other one that's I don't know, but this is good. I guess they got enough shows, especially with the Marvel stuff coming out, but that's what Disney playing. But I was surprised.
You guys watch it all the way to the end? All the credits?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I know,
the
but
book of Boba Fett.
me, I thought that guy was Jabba the Hutt. He killed him.
Bib Fortuna.
That's the only one I remember. But that's the same species, though, right? He's the same species.
No.
You need to watch the movie.
He wasn't.
You need to
He
watch it.
wasn't, because I remember when Jabba the Hutt had those girls up in chains and stuff like that.
How long has it been since you watched this movie? Because I bet you probably
Dude,
watched.
I told you, I saw Star Wars
I
about
know,
15
but that's
years
why.
ago.
I think it's been longer than 15 years ago. But yeah, you have to rewatch it. So
You know what I love about the show also is I don't know if you watch the ending credits and they show all of the concept art from the episodes. All of that was all made before the show came out. And it's interesting to see how closely they kept with the story, with the story arc, because like Bill Burr's character in the concept art, he actually has hair. And in the last episode, when they showed all those raiders jumping on board that transport ship that was carrying all that as explosives, they look different in the concept art too. But the ideas were still the same. I'm glad that they decided to plan it out like this, and then they executed it like that. They didn't change anything, and I thought that's what's really great about the show is that once they come up with an idea, they don't deviate from it.
That was good, yeah. I liked it.
I like
You
it a
think
lot.
Favreau's going to be... I like it a lot.
I like it a
You think
lot.
Favreau's going to be involved next year as well, or not?
Oh, yeah.
that's his show. So
Yeah, it's his. I don't even think. Well, Dave Filoni too. He's the guy that came up with the ideas behind Clone Wars and the show Rebels. So he's got a huge influence. He's a huge fan of Star Wars, and he'll take care of it too. So.
Well, I mean, I know it's a show and everything, but I mean, and the directorial.
I think that if he decided to leave, he didn't direct any of the episodes. Every episode was directed by somebody.
Peyton Reed directed this last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, he directed
Ant-Man.
Yep.
Ant-Man.
No, but there was different directors for every single episode. I think they had.
I think he did like the first
two
episode of the
episodes.
season or something like that.
I know he writes
he
a lot
did,
of the episodes. I think he writes a lot of the episodes.
And he
but I don't
directed
know.
some of them too. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know for sure, but they had a panel where they showed all the directors, which is bad. I don't know if you watch any of the extra stuff on Disney Plus for Mandalorian, but it's really good. You should watch it. It's really good.
But that fight scene that Luke had was similar to the one from the Rogue One movie when Darth Vader was fighting those Jedis, or not the Jedis, when he came out and started, kind of similar.
Wait, what was that? Do that again?
Oh, he only has one saber. My fault.
That was impressive.
Hey, I thought I was Ben Solo.
He dances better than Trump.
So, yeah, I was kind of, glad the season is over, but
I wish that fight was a lot longer though. Such a build up, and I wish it was a little longer.
Fight for who? What
But
fight?
this guy, a phenomenal actor, man. What's his name?
Giovanni?
Who?
What fight
The
you
guy
talking
from
about?
Breaking Bad. With this guy, Moff Gideon and
Moff Gideon. He was on break. Did you know
And
that he
more,
was in Trading Places too? He was a guy in the jail cell with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Really
oh,
young,
really?
very young. He was like 20 years old,
Wow,
I
that I
think, at
didn't
that
know.
time. He's been in a lot of stuff.
I've seen
He
that
is a
movie
really good
like
actor.
20 some years.
I
Yeah.
know. We
But
saw
I thought
one.
that he's even menacing. He's even menacing when he was scared, man. I still, he's such a good actor, man. I thought, did you get scared for Baby Yoda when he pointed the gun at him?
Yeah, he wanted him
I
dead.
thought,
Shot him a couple times.
I thought when the Dark Troopers are coming, little Baby Yoda was going to use his powers and stuff. That's what I thought was going to happen until the X-wing came in. I was like, oh.
You see his ear perk up when that happened? He's like, oh, somebody's here to save me.
So have you
That's
watched?
my dog. That's my dog.
Sean, have you watched all the Clone Wars?
When they first came out, yeah. I don't remember a lot of episodes, but yeah, it was a good show. It was a very good show.
Didn't they do like
Yes. Not the original one, not the one with the crappy animation, like the 2D. When they did the 2D animation where they introduced General Grievous, I didn't like that. When they came out with the 3D version of it, that show was really good.
Oh, really? There was a different one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
the
I know
original
that people
Clone Wars.
liked a particular Clone Wars that that was. I think they showed it at a Cartoon Network or something like that.
Well, they just came out with the last season recently.
Yeah, that's
They
what I was
actually
talking
had an
about.
additional season.
So you haven't watched that one at all?
I have not finished what they produced afterwards.
How
I
many
haven't gotten
seasons
that
is there?
I think it's 5. I don't remember. It's been, like I said, I watched it when it first came out, and I have not watched it since then. Rebels had 4 seasons.
That's another one.
That I watched all. That was really good too.
The thing I like is that they're introducing on this show. They're introducing characters from the movies, characters from the comic books, characters from the video games or cartoons, all in one, which is kind of cool. And like with Boba Fett and Luke and stuff, and then Asshole, or whatever her name is.
Ahsoka Tano.
No, not Bo-Katan. No, the one that Rosario Dawson carried.
Ahsoka.
Yeah,
I think it's Ahsoka.
Ahsoka Tano.
Oh, I think it's
Ahsoka
Pakoda. Kuda
No, you said
Matana.
asshole.
That was Bota Khan. Is the only one you're talking about.
Makatuna Makana.
Boca Khan.
Anyways, but I like how they're introducing everybody in there. That's just kind of cool.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more people that just people don't even recognize. They don't watch the shit. They don't know.
No, I'm the
Star
same,
Wars.
but it's just like people who knows. But that one show they introduced everything from whatever because I remember like playing the video games and like, man, this would be cool because they always talked about putting that character in that'd be cool if they put him in the movie, which they never did. But now they're doing it on the TV show, and then of course with the cartoons, they're actually seeing that how those characters are really popular to the fans and stuff.
So, what do you think? What's your prediction for the next season now that Grogu is gone? He's probably gonna go be with Luke Skywalker and be trained by him. And I don't think he's gonna be on the show anymore.
I think what's gonna happen is Din Djarin, or Din, I call him. He's gonna probably go back to the Mandalorian planet, and of course he's the ruler or something like that. He's gonna probably have some issues with.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What's her name?
What?
Boca
Khan.
So he's probably gonna figure out.
Shaka Khan.
He's probably gonna figure out. Probably gonna be there. I think we probably won't see what's the name, Baby Yoda, like maybe towards the end of the season or something, like maybe the next, like the last few episodes.
Nah, I think they would have to show him more.
Just so you know, the Mandalore is still there, but it's uninhabited. It's completely a wasteland.
No.
There's nobody there.
So, but
that's why they talk about it next to Alderaan.
I know. So I was saying, but I figured that he'll probably just be there, and then who knows? I think they might introduce another character. Who knows what? Or someone from the movies or something, just to keep it interesting. But maybe something might happen, or I don't know. It's hard to say. But I think
I hope they stick with like the whole Old West kind of feel to it, because ever since the show started, it had like this Old West kind of samurai theater kind of thing going on, which I liked it quite a bit.
You do?
Yeah. A lot of people say that. It had that feeling to it. That's pretty cool.
Well, they were in different planets most of the time, so.
Actually, most of it took place on Tatooine, which I thought was pretty cool. But it still had this old kind of, regardless, You can be a gunslinger on any planet. Sandstorms and shit like that all around all the time. It's just that feel to it, you know. And I like the fact that the stormtroopers still their armor is worth nothing. They might as well just walk around with no armor on because it doesn't do anything for them.
I know, right?
So
Hector said it's to protect them from blood soaking something. That's what he said it was for.
As you see,
So
he
they don't
couldn't
show no
bleed it
blood.
out.
That's what it was.
As you
So
well, they
thin or
probably
something.
would. I don't know why they just didn't go with all dark troopers because like originally dark troopers were people and they
Well, the other guys need their jobs, huh?
Well, they said that was the
Take away their
weakness.
job.
Well, no, that was why they
Right.
got rid of them. Was their weaknesses was that humans inside of them, and then they went over to being robots. But you know, they obviously have their,
You know how many-
their failings too.
But they
You know how
look
many stormtroopers
badass.
would be out of a job?
You know, speaking
There were
about
clones. There were clones. You have to watch the movie.
Originally, there were clones. There was Boba Fett. They were all Boba Fetts. Every single clone.
Let me ask you something. When the Jedi he arrived at the boat at the ship and stuff, did you see how all the dark troopers stopped? I mean, was that him that did something, or did they feel that he was there?
They felt the force.
I doubt that.
What it was?
I did.
They all
I
stopped.
doubt it.
I felt it. But that was gas. I had gas. That was what it was.
Oh, that was.
You had a dark trooper
force
trying to
right
get on
there.
your ass.
Oh,
Yeah, that
really?
was the dark force he felt.
Hey, I know what you had this morning.
He
huh?
felt. Hey, he
I'll
felt.
talk about you this
He felt the
morning.
brown force. Hey, he felt the brown force, and that wasn't the dark or the.
That was pretty weak, but that's okay.
Whatever, because we're talking about your brown force. Anyways, no, but how does that work now with the Dark Savior? Because what this guy said, Moff Gideon said that you had to beat him in combat to get it, and she didn't want to fight him. I mean, he
It might
wasn't even
happen.
willing to yield.
It's
He
gonna
was
happen.
even so you don't have to kill the other person to get it. So why
So-
didn't you just fight? Hey, lose on purpose and.
They added that for the show. It originally wasn't like that in the 3D animated series, because when she got it, she was just given. They just gave it to her. She didn't have to fight anybody or anything like that. But I think the reason they put it in the episode was because Moff Gideon fought her to get that dark saber. So they're like, okay, well, maybe they'll add that to the series. But that's how it really is in real life.
I mean, I don't know anything about the character, but I get this feeling like she would be a bad person if she gets that thing. Like she's gonna be a villain or
She's a
something.
princess. She was the princess.
I know,
of
but
Mandalore.
she seems to have like evil tendencies. I don't know. I get this
You know-
vibe on her that the power is gonna go to her head, and I don't know.
She had it
Good and evil
before,
is-
so I
Good
don't know
and
how
evil is so subjective. You know, if you think about it, and this is what I wanted to talk about the Death Star.
Mhm.
So you know how they mentioned the second Death Star, millions of people have died, millions of people. And you ever see the movie Clerks? You ever see the movie Clerks?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay. Remember how they talked
When
about
they
on the
start ranting
second
about
Death
that?
Star?
Mhm.
Remember how they talked about the second Death Star? How it was innocent people died because they were constructing the Death Star, which means they had people on there that were not officers, they were not part of the military. They were innocent people that died. And who
Right.
killed them? The rebellion. So you could see then every person, like, how do I want to say this? We'll say every country's enemy is the other country's hero.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Just like what
So
Bill
like
Burr's character
Hitler.
was talking about, right?
Here, let's put it this way. Hitler was a hero to the Nazis, to Germany, but he was an enemy to us. So
Exactly.
to the empire, the rebellion were the enemy. The enemy
Exactly.
destroyed all of those innocent people on the second Death Star.
So I have a question
So
for
good and
Carlos.
evil? How do you want to look at it?
Oh,
Answer
great.
the question.
Uh-huh.
So how long would it take you to watch the whole 9 movies? Just watch 9.
Man, I'm not gonna binge. That I'm not gonna binge on. That's too long.
Well, I'm not saying to
I'll
binge
take
on
these.
it, but I know you won't finish it by this year.
Um,
Watch one
Oh no, of
movie
course
at a
not.
time.
You know what'll make it easier for you? Don't watch the last 3 that just came out, because from what I understand, they might be
They have
removing
nothing
them
to do
from
with
canon.
anything.
Well, no, they might
Okay.
they might be removing them from canon. They're not going to do anything more with any of whatever happened in the sequels, You won't see any books. You won't see any toys. You won't see nothing related to
Just
the
watch.
sequels.
I know, but the whole point is just for him to understand what the movie's about, in a sense.
I know, but don't watch it. It'll ruin everything. They ruined Luke Skywalker. They ruined everything when they made those sequels. So you don't have to watch it. Just watch the first.
What are you talking about? They didn't ruin it. This movie was created by George Lucas, so it's his idea. Just because I hate when people talk about what.
No.
Hold on.
But you're wrong.
I'm saying, can I speak, Shawn? Is this mic on? It's not on, but I'm just saying.
I don't want you to embarrass yourself.
The first six movies that George Lucas did was his movies, right?
Right.
And I know some people didn't like some of the ones that he did. I didn't like one of them just because it was too much of a love story. Just because I had to watch it because that's when you find out that how Darth Vader became Darth Vader and stuff. But it's his idea of what he did. And of course, the last three, some people had some differences. They probably didn't like The Last Jedi. I guess The Force Awakens was probably one of the popular ones out of those three. You know, the one that you and I saw was, it kind of remember like a particular other movie, which is like another Star Wars. Like, okay, like now she's related to this guy. That was just like so stupid. But whatever. I understand what you're saying because it's not his ideas and anything like that. But
he had almost no input.
Oh, I know.
In the sequels. It was all Kathleen Kennedy.
If he got paid billions of dollars, they're like, all right, you can't have no inputs because we just pay you billions of dollars for this for the right.
It's how stupid Kathleen Kennedy is. She went on to say that Star Wars was female-centric, that it was all about the females, the forces with females. Yet all the females turn out to be flakes. Like, what's her name? The Asian girl that was in the second and the third one.
Mulan?
They made her. They turned her character into a piece of shit. She was all the females. Like the one character was in the last movie. She was completely covered the entire time. You wouldn't even have known that she was female. So Kathleen Kennedy is pretty much ruining Star Wars, and I'm so glad that she had no control over.
I'm gonna make sure that I add her to this group. So when she finds out the shit that you're talking about her, I'll be like, I know where he lives at. It might be hard to find him.
Bring it.
Because it's hard to find him because it's hard to deliver pizza to his house. So it'll be hard to find pizza at his house that, you know, we'll be able to find him. You know, you can't get pizza delivered to you.
What are you talking? You talking to me?
Yeah, you said how you could never get you.
No, that's when I first moved out here. But now it's fine. But no.
Oh, they can find your place now?
Well, I was not on Google Maps, so nobody could ever find us because it was a brand new place at that time, so we weren't on Google Maps.
Oh, well.
But now, no, I'm fine. So now Kathleen Kennedy can find me.
Okay, well, I hope so.
Yeah, find some chick to dress up like Kathleen Kennedy and talk shit. She could say whatever she wants. It'll be just as relevant as anything that Kathleen Kennedy talks about.
Yeah, I don't think she likes that. But
fuck her.
Damn, I didn't want to end the show like that, but shit. Do you have anything nice to say?
Kathleen Kennedy. Fuck her.
Do you have any final words, Carlos, before we end this show? Because Shawn is just getting a little heated there. I don't want to follow.
Man. If you haven't seen the series, start watching it. Start binging, man. It's worth it. First season, second season. I had a great ride. I'm sad it's over. Just gonna have to write it out for next year. Luckily, Disney has us prepared with all these other Marvel properties and stuff like that. So it'll be a smooth transition, I guess.
Pretty much.
I can't
Fantastic Four, baby. Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four remake.
What?
Everything, man.
What about you would even have a cast? We have a director.
What?
No cast.
Well, but it's happening though. That's the thing. Wheels are in motion.
Yeah, then we have to wait. Like I bet you in 5 years. This is 2020, 2025. X-Men. X-Men.
We have all these other shows coming out before that, so it doesn't even matter. I mean, if it all coming out at the same time, then it'll be a different thing.
Like,
then we have someone. Then we'll have someone to talk about who's going to play Wolverine. You know.
Damn.
Oh, what's his name from Harry Potter?
No.
What's the guy from Harry Potter? What's his name?
Oh, you know, going back to Mandalorian. I keep hearing a lot of talk about some guy that looks like Luke Skywalker, Sebastian something.
That's the guy who played the Winter Soldier.
Well, yeah, they were saying that he looks a lot like Luke Skywalker. that they were surprised that Disney didn't take a look at him for this last episode.
Where'd you get your
Instead of
sources
using
from?
him, everybody was expecting.
Where'd you get your sources from?
I told you I'm not reviewing sources, right? All I'm saying is, I got it from the same fat guy you talked to. Okay.
He lives downstairs from me.
Check upstairs.
He lives downstairs.
Check upstairs.
I got his number. I just called him. Anyways, yeah, they were saying
probably sent some
that
Uber
he
Eats
looks
to
a
him
lot
or
like
something.
him. So they were surprised that they didn't go with him with this last episode. I mean, because in the future, I imagine they're gonna show Luke Skywalker in the future. What are they gonna do? CGI him all third season?
No.
You don't think so? Come on, dude.
Well,
They gotta show Goku training and stuff.
they never mentioned anything about using Luke Skywalker again. By the way, this is the second time that Luke Skywalker has appeared in a television show as Mark Hamill or whatever you want to consider. But Luke Skywalker.
Oh, the Big Bang Theory, right?
Appeared. What's
Theory? The Big Bang Theory?
No. Luke Skywalker. He only appeared in the holiday special, which was a television series, and then this Mandalorian episode. He's only appeared in movies, not on TV.
Oh yeah, I heard about
If anybody
that.
cares.
Go on YouTube and watch it. You can watch it.
Actually, you don't need to. It's on Disney Plus. They show it's like they show the Death Star with like.
And they sing too, don't they sing? Don't they sing a song? Did you watch it?
Remember, I was a baby when I.
No, I'm just saying. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and then for whatever reason, I told my Google play podcast, and so weird ways it was like the Christmas special or the holiday special one of the Star Wars one, and there was two guys talking about it, and they were singing a song and all this other stuff, and they were saying how badly it was that George Lucas regret of ever letting them do this, and like that was one of the worst things, that he didn't care for it at all. I guess is that he's like he gave them the rights to use the characters, but he kind of regret doing that because
the only good thing that came out of that show was Boba Fett.
That's the only thing, but yeah. But everybody, I appreciate you, Shawn, coming on here. Yeah, he'll probably be doing that in a few minutes. And Carlo, you done eating? Are you okay? You full? No running to the bathroom
I'm
right
done,
now?
man. My belly's full.
Well, not for too long. And it was a great time seeing you guys. Maybe we'll do something else in the future. Because
Definitely. Shawn, you willing to come back?
I'm sorry.
I guess that was Don just dozed off for a second. He's having a wet dream over there.
No, I don't mind being a guest. I'm totally cool with being a guest, of course.
Okay, well, I appreciate you guys coming on here, and we'll be catching on very soon.
Let me take my shirt off.
As always,
Up there.
Oh no! As always, like and subscribe. If you guys comment, let us know anything you want to hear us talk about in the future, or opinions, or you think we suck, or let's see if there's another high-rated episode. Actually, just took off his shirt. Wow.
It wouldn't be an episode without it.
That's a great ending.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hope you edit that part out.
All right, y'all. I gotta.
Well, I'm out.